time, ladies and gentlemen, since we started, the JMM, the Congress and the RJD have hit the magic figure of 41. This is still not game, set, match, Rajdi, but they've hit 41 for the first time this morning.
I think one trend is very clear, and at the risk of sort of being proven wrong half an hour later, is that the alliance, pre-poll alliance is ahead of the single largest party. You know, the BJP as of now is the single largest party.
It takes the governor out of the equation.
Just a minute. Just a minute. But at 41, it takes the governor out of the equation. He no longer plays Santa Claus. But what is becoming very clear is the alliance is ahead. The other factor, and you will see this is one of the granular data, is the JVM. They've contested 81 seats. What are they doing? To some extent, they are saving the BJP because they are able, they are splitting the anti-opposition vote. The few seats where the JMM is losing are seats like the one you pointed out, where the JVM is picking up seats. So having Babulal Marandi contesting 81 seats may give the BJP some breathing space, not enough at the moment, because clearly the JMM is the big gainer at the moment. The JMM is the party which is the one party which is clearly above that 50%. They are now leading in 25 seats. The JMM out of these 41 is leading in 25, the Congress in 12 and the RJD in 4. The good for the RJD, and this is an important thing because Bihar comes up a year from now. RJD leading in 4 out of the 6 seats they are contesting.
So that's very important.
So very important.
Annapurna Devi, they're important leader.
So what is this vote of the RJD in Bihar, in Jharkhand? Where is it coming from?
No, this is a huge surprise because their tallest leader, Annapurna Devi, has gone to the fold of the BJP in the Kodarma belt where the OBCs held sway for the RJD.
Despite that.
Their important leader, Annapurna Devi, who has an untarnished image, her family leads in that area. And if these seats are coming to the RJD, there is a subscript that we don't still understand.
So tell me, are these seats, correct me if I'm wrong, are these seats where the JDU would have hoped? There was a time when the JDU also had these small pockets. Clearly the RJD is doing very well in the border areas with Bihar and is able to hold its own.
Blunted the anti-Lalu front that the BJP had within it. If you marginalize Saryu Rai, for example, you are no longer. Remember, Bihar's politics is running on the anti-fodder scam line, and it is Jharkhand where the fodder scam was enacted. So we can say that this one has a clean image, but within Jharkhand itself, the BJP no longer is raising the anti-corruption pitch as a very strong pitch for itself.
Yes, you wanted
Corruption
to
is not a huge issue.
Point that the emergence, you know, the RJD, and I know Lalu for the longest time, who interestingly is staying in Ranchi at the moment in jail, has always felt that Jharkhand was one of his expansionist states where he would expand. If these numbers are right, they're pulling their weight. The RJD is pulling its weight.
Yeah, the RJD is pulling its weight, and it's primarily the core RJD constituency, which is of Muslims, Yadavs, and an assortment of other castes. The RJD, it cannot be at the expense of JDU because the RJD vote banks are totally different.
Can I just give some breaking news? We've spoken to RPN Singh for the first time this morning. He's the party chief in charge of the campaign in Jharkhand. He's told India Today on record that we're in touch with the Jharkhand Vikas Manch. That's the JVM of Babulal Marandi. At this moment, the JVM has 3 seats. He also says we've had a word with Babulal Marandi, and he's also in touch with 2 MLAs of the AJSU who at one point were Congress rebels. They're also saying that there are 6 seats where the Congress is currently trailing by between 300 to 400. They hope to do better on those seats. But at this moment, if you look at that screen, the Congress JMM is at 42. The BJP is down to 29. Even if I add the 3 of the JVM, that's 32. And the 3 of the AJSU, that's still 35. It seems it's Christmas come early for Sonia Gandhi, for Rahul Gandhi and for Hemant Soren. 42.
No, but Hemant Soren's party has been spoiled a bit because, and what happens if he loses both the seats?
Where is he losing both?
No, he's trailing from the last we heard, unless you can.
No, but it'll completely go against electoral logic if his party wins the state and the leader loses the 2 seats.
I will be very surprised if he loses both.
He won't lose.
I would be very surprised if he loses both. Having